Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
We start the Week 6 recap with last week's matchup of the week between Gabe and Brandon. Joe Burrow carried Brandon's team this week as he continues to enjoy playing in New Orleans. Burrow ended the day with a full stat line, throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, while also adding 25 yards on the ground, including this shifty escape to run one in for 6.
It's happened before, weatherman. You know it. And you know what? I'm calling the weather people on.
Brandon wins a close one against Gabe and moves to 5-1. Stephon Diggs and the Buffalo Bills continue to roll as they went into Arrowhead to steal a win against the Chiefs. Diggs beats the rookie cornerback for a beautiful over-the-shoulder touchdown catch. And Lamar Jackson continues to trust Mark Andrews, connecting with him on a 19-yard gain here before getting into the red zone as Andrews hauls in an over-the-shoulder grab for the score. Let's check in on how the Brad News Bears are doing after Week 6.
This Gardner keeps getting power bomb, dog.
Sam wins to move to 5-1. Tyreek Hill had himself a week, catching 12 receptions on 15 targets for 177 yards. His speed continues to be a problem for defenders as Teddy Bridgewater is doing his best to feed his top receiver. All these late week trade paid off. Rodgers calls for a turquoise route, resulting in a 25-yard touchdown. Let's see how Melvin Gordon played this week for Sprague.
Huh? Well, I'm sorry. Did you say something?
The Exterminators beat Sprague to move to 4-2. Andy versus Ethan was forecasted to be another easy victory for Ethan, but Andy's squad came to play. Josh Allen continues to spread the ball around, finding Gabe Davis there for a nice gain. Then, right before halftime, Davis turns on the Jets to haul in a 34-yard go route touchdown. Andy's first-round draft pick also showed out this week as Jamar Chase makes 2 defenders miss before getting a clear path to the end zone, good for a 60-yard touchdown. Let's send it down to Pam Oliver, who's on the field with Andy post-victory.
Numbers called, you answer it. Tell me what this feels like to have everybody cheering for you and your team gets the win.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff. I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last.
Andy pulls off the upset to move to 3-3. This week's Toilet Bowl matchup was between Nikki and Brett, as neither team could piece together a solid performance. But Kenneth K9 Walker breaks off a nice run for a solid gain, and later rushes in for an 11-yard touchdown run. The Patriots' defense continues to prove to be one of the best in the league, as Kyle Duggar picks off Jacoby Brissett. Then General Mills gets into the action, also picking off the former Patriot backup.
Finally, we won. We won.
Let's check in on Brett after his QB and wide receiver 2 put up a combined 10.8 points on Monday Night Football to lose him the week.
This is a sad day. It's a bad day. I'm man enough to share it. I don't even know how to say this. I shit myself.
El Gustav finally gets one and moves to 1-5. Congrats to Sam for being this week's highest scorer, and Brett is this week's shotgun loser.
Alright everybody, welcome to week 7. My name is Brett, aka local Pats fan, manager of keeping it under 100, because that's what we do just about every single week. And you know why I'm here and what I have to do next. She's a squirter.
What are you doing?
That hole was not big enough.
That's what she said.
Week 7 predictions. We got myself going up against Brandon. With fake confidence, I'm going to have to pick myself. If DeAndre Swift is back, we'll get it done. We'll see if Keenan Allen's back too. I believe. On to Andy versus Brad. We have a bit of a tough scenario because Brad's got the bye week from hell over there. And if he pulls through that, I guess you just have to call him Nicky. So, gonna have to go with Andy on that one. On to the next, we got Aldi versus Sam. This one's a tough choice because Sam's been putting up a lot of points. But I'm gonna go with Aldi because Sam's receivers aren't looking that great. On to Nicky versus Ethan. Ethan just took his first loss, so it can be done. Nicky just beat the most underrated team in the league, so, anything's possible. He's got his guys back now. So I'm going to go with Nicky. Maybe a little losing streak here for Ethan, and I don't believe he has Josh Allen, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, no Cooper Kupp as well. That's tough. On to the next. Last but not least, Sprague versus Gabe. Looking at the lineups here, I think I'm probably going to have to go with Sprague on that one. So, we'll see how it shakes out.
Pick one. Okay. Thank you. Which one? Okay, pick one. Oh.
Welcome into the Week 7 match for the week between B Crafts Massage, managed by Ethan.
Parlor.
Oh, okay. B Crafts Massage Parlor. Full name. Love those long names. And Goat Gustav, or possibly El Gustav, managed by Nick.
Currently El Gustav. We're hoping to become worthy of the Goat Gustav name again. Currently not.
Okay. Hey, you got one last week, so I guess that's progress, right? Perfect. Well, how are we doing tonight?
Doing very well, Mr. Commissioner.
Tough loss, but we're doing good.
Oh, your first loss of the season, get. All right. I'm not even gonna go down that. All right, we're gonna hop right in to the draft of the week. This week, the draft of the week is comedy movies. So I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna write down a number, 1 or 2. Nick, you're on top or on my screen, so I'll just let you guess. You can guess 1 or 2. The winner can pick to either have the first overall pick in the comedy movie draft or go first in Jeopardy. I don't know which one's more valuable, but we'll see. So 1 or 2?
1.
It's backwards, but that's a 1.
Let's go. All right.
All right. Do you want the first pick in the draft or do you want to start Jeopardy?
I'm gonna go first pick in the draft.
Yeah, I think that's more valuable. I know I haven't really explained Jeopardy much to you guys, but awesome. Well, the floor is yours with the first pick.
All right. This is a pretty tough one. I wouldn't necessarily say this matches my exact feelings, but I think I play to the crowd here when I choose this one. I'm going to go with Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
Very good. That was going to be my first. It's a total crowd favorite.
I feel like Step Brothers is a great pick. Perfect. Right here. There's so many movies that it might take me a minute to find the icons, but great pick. Great pick. Ethan, you got 2 back-to-back.
All right. I'm gonna go with follow it up with some Will Ferrell. Go with The Other Guys.
Yeah.
And 3, I'm gonna go Dodgeball.
Oh no!
Dodgeball is another great film.
Timeless.
Classic.
That was going to be number 1 overall for me.
I almost set a line at like 3.5 for how many movies were going to be picked with Will Ferrell in them, just because he's always in like the dumb, brain-numbing movies, but they're also hilarious.
Most quotable.
Yeah. All right. No, those are 2 good picks. Honestly, 3 great picks to start. So Nick, what do you got?
All right. I had another dark horse in here. I'm going to go with Super Troopers.
Super Troopers. Okay.
Yeah, I always thought that was a pretty genuinely funny movie.
I don't even know, what is that even about? I think I've seen it, but maybe not.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's about basically like a highway patrol unit that like has a rival downtown police gang, I guess, and they're kind of getting like driven out of business, and it's I don't know, pretty funny movie, and just some of the scenes. I think there's a pretty famous one where they pull over these guys who are stoned and just totally mess with them, and that's like the intro to the movie. So it's pretty funny and it has a good start. So highly recommend.
Awesome.
I guess I took it a little early though.
Yeah, maybe a little early. Now that we're halfway through the draft, I do want to throw one thing out. If there's like a sequel to the movie, or if it's like a series of some sort,
okay.
We'll just say your pick includes like the whole series, trilogy, whatever it might be. If that is okay with you guys.
Yep.
Awesome.
Sure.
All right, Nick, 3rd pick.
All right. 3rd pick, I'm going to go back to playing the crowd, and I'm just going to pick Hangover.
Hangover. Okay. That's another classic.
You ready to let the dogs out? What? Do what? Let the dogs out. You know, like, who let the dogs out? Who?
All right. Solid. Ethan, close us out. I mean, personally, there's still, I'd say, 2 no-brainer picks on the board for me, but hopefully you guys pick them in the last 3 picks.
My problem is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I still want to pick.
Okay, well, let's do 4, and then if you guys want to go a 5th round.
Can we announce that now?
You guys want to go 5? We got to go quick, though.
Sure.
All right, let's do 5.
So my next 2 are going to be one of my all-time favorites, 21 Jump Street. Love Jonah Hill.
21 Jump Street. Okay.
Hilarious.
That's a good one.
And then after that, I'm going to go with Ted.
Ted. Okay.
It's a good one, too.
Ted's a good one. I will say neither of those were in my top 3, but no one cares about me. So those are still really good picks, though. Those are funny movies. Nick, your last 2 picks here.
All right. A lot of mine have already been picked, which is going to make these last 2 tough. But I'm going to do Quest for the Holy Grail. I think that.
How old are you?
That's another dark horse that might appeal to the crowd.
Jeez. Okay. How old are you with these picks, dude?
That's a funny one. I'll give it to him.
Where? Okay, is that on here?
It's yeah, left
Bottom
side
left.
down too.
Yeah, I'm like searching through
Okay.
my phone screen trying to find any remaining here.
All right. I think my grandfather would agree with you on that one.
It's a timeless classic. What can I say?
Dude, Beverly Hills Cop, man, it's not gonna get picked, but I just love that movie.
Oh.
Still Nikki's pick, right?
Yeah, Nick.
Still mine.
Last picks.
All right. Since I'm struggling to think of any others, I know there are a couple I've forgotten that were on my list, but I'm gonna go with Animal House.
Animal House.
It's another timeless classic that our grandparents will appreciate if they're watching.
Yep. Shout out to the grandparents. Mila, I don't know if you could hear that, but I think Mila likes that pick.
Or she didn't.
Or yeah. Okay. I feel like I'm at Blockbuster looking at all these.
There's so many good movies on here. It's crazy.
Do you see that? What was the name again? I already forgot.
Animal House.
Animal House.
I don't see it on here.
All right. We're just going to throw in this, and I'll just edit Animal House in. Bam. Animal House. Animal House is Nick's 5th pick. All right. Last pick. What do you got, Ethan?
So there's like 5 now that I've just discovered that I want to put in there, but I'm just going to do as a series American Pie.
American Pie. Okay.
Those are good.
That's a good one. I see Bandcamp right here, so I'm just going to put that one.
Personally, the first 2 are really the only ones I give a shit about.
Yeah.
After that, it just became terrible, but those first 2 were hilarious. So.
Okay. I'm just going to throw out a couple names, and I would love to hear if you guys agree with me.
I'm very curious what I missed.
I know one of them. I'm pretty confident.
Anchorman and Anchorman 2.
Yeah, I was considering Anchorman.
I
couldn't go to Will Ferrell, though.
2 Jackass movies.
It crossed my mind.
Yeah, it crossed mine, too.
Those are...
It's like not... It's kind of in the comedy category.
Oh,
it's almost like a different category of its own.
Those are... Yeah, I guess. Those are hilarious, though.
They are hilarious.
I thought about Happy Gilmore would have been my next one.
Yeah. Happy Gilmore, honestly, no Adam Sandler on the board, which I know...
Longest Yard was there.
Yeah, Longest Yard's a good flick, too. But, okay. Yeah, definitely. There's so many movies, but I think we got a good pick here. So, cool. Good stuff. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we're back, we're going to hop right into Jeopardy.
Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Available at Walgreens.
All right. Welcome to Fantasy Football Jeopardy. We're trying something new this week. You can see the categories on the board. Typically, there's more than 4 categories, but just for the sake of time, we're just going to narrow it down to 4 categories. Number 1, chin game. It's a fan favorite already. It's been on the episode, last week. It was huge. So chin game is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to see a chin on your screen. You just got to tell me whose chin that belongs to. Match game. You're going to have to match your answer to either the general public or a fellow Battle Axe Fantasy Football League member. So it'll be a question, and you have to kind of put yourself in their shoes and guess what they would say. Odd man out. I'm going to give you a list of names. These are football related, and you have to pick which player belongs or which player doesn't belong, depending on the question. And then lastly, grab bag, basically just a bunch of random questions. So Nikki went first for the draft. Nice fingers, Nick. Salad fingers.
My bad. I couldn't. Your face was covering up some of the names. I couldn't see the Final Jeopardy.
Oh yeah, Final Jeopardy in the top right. It's literally just I put the our faces on the bottom three because there's nothing in there. All right. Nick went first for the draft. So Ethan, you have the board. You can only gain points. I'm not quick enough with math, so I'm not going to do any subtraction. And we'll alternate. So Ethan, you'll pick one, and then even if you get it right or wrong, it'll go to Nick, and we'll just alternate. So it's fair for everybody. Perfect. Ethan.
Odd man 3.
Don't you have to start at the top?
No, it's Jeopardy. You can bounce around.
Okay.
All right. I might need to move this over a little bit.
Ooh.
Who is not currently a top 10 running back this season? CMC, Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, or Josh Jacobs?
Dalvin Cook.
And it is Joe Mixon.
Oh, what?
I checked literally yesterday. I want to know where you pulled these from.
These are.
I could have sworn it was Dalvin.
Oops. I think it's Fantasy Wizards or something. But yeah, nice try.
Interesting.
So in that case,
I didn't get to steal.
Exactly. So I won't jump the gun next time. Well, basically
Today, Junior.
So Nick, you'll go, and the next one you get wrong, it'll be back to square. It'll be back to 0, and then we can. I won't reveal the answer.
Fair. All
right, Nick, you have the board.
Chin game for 500.
Chin game for 500. He's going big, folks.
Oh, that's a young. I think that's what 2001.
Oh,
Thomas Edward Brady.
Oh my gosh! What a legend! What a legend! There it is. Nicky
How could I forget that?
Gets 500 points. Oh my lord! All right,
Easy.
Ethan, back to you.
Let's do odd man 500.
Odd man for 5. Who is not in the top 3 tight ends through week 6 of the 2022 fantasy season? Kelsey, Andrews, Ertz, or Taysom Hill?
Oh, this is a tough one.
I'm going to say Ertz.
He says Ertz, and that is correct.
Wow.
Ignore the bold there. I had to change the question. But as you can see, Ertz is just out of the top 3. Plus 500 for Ethan. Nick,
Hill
back
would
to you.
be too obvious. All right. So there's okay. I don't remember what this is, but let's do. You know what? No, let's do chin game for 400. I'm on a roll there. All right, I'm thinking what, like 2004, 2006 maybe. Is that a young Gabriel Purvis?
Is that Gabe?
There it is. Wow. Lights out from Gustav. My lord.
Yeah.
All right.
It's my category.
Look at that, lad. Ethan, back to you.
Let's do match game 5.
Who is Brad's favorite Red Sox player of all time?
I am just throwing a guess. I'm gonna say Nomar.
Bruh. All right, can I steal?
Is incorrect. Nick, you can steal.
All right, I'm gonna bring it back to 2004 here. Go to left field. Take 2-4. Manny Ramirez.
All right. The bobblehead is intact. There's my boy Manny. All right. Nikki with the steal.
Huge.
All right, Nick, you also have the board.
All right. Let's go grab bag for 500. I'm curious what's in there.
As of summer 2022, who is the richest person in the world? Net worth.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Elon took that title as of summer 2022. Elon Musk.
Where do I even put this? Up there? Elon Musk. That is correct. Surprisingly, takes the throne from Bezos. I don't want to make any assumptions here, but maybe the divorce had something to do with that. But yeah, Elon.
Sudden drop.
Good pick. All right, Ethan, back to you.
Odd man out 4.
Who has not scored at least one receiving touchdown in the 2022 season? Zach Wilson, Chris Godwin, Justin Jefferson, or Tyquan Thornton?
Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin. That is correct. Even the quarterback of the New York Jets has a receiving touchdown this year. Love the confidence there. All right, Nick.
Chin game 300.
I mean, like, where do I even put this, bro? Here. Okay. Chin game 300. Sorry, it's small, but I don't know why.
Going on 10%.
Go get a charger.
Who is that? I mean, those cheek lines. I don't know. Those cheek lines. I gotta say, I feel like this is like a 2021 Tom Brady.
Nailed it. Oh my God. This guy's a menace when it comes to chins. Hide your wives.
Kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife.
All right. Ethan, back to you.
Let's do chin game 2.
All right.
My man Buzz forgot to shave up the chin that day.
Buzz Lightyear. Ethan gets plus 200. I don't know why that was so funny. I didn't think you knew it at first because you didn't. I thought you were going to answer immediately, but that was good. All right. Stupid shit.
All right. Let's do match for 400. Match game.
Gabe prefers which? Barbecue or buffalo pizza? This one you cannot steal because it's 50-50.
Gabe definitely prefers barbecue pizza. I think he loves the Harbor or the whatever it is at Portland Pie, but I think barbecue is his choice.
Yep.
Barbecue is correct. Nikki
knew it.
Scores points there. All right, I just got that warning. We have 10 minutes left, so
time to charge up my phone.
Yeah. Charge up and let's get it. All right. Ethan, back to you.
Grab bag 4.
Buffalo is home to the Bills NFL franchise. What other professional sports team is in Buffalo?
Sabres hockey.
Boom. Ethan gets that. Nick, back to you.
Let's go grab bag 300.
What is the periodic symbol for potassium?
Potassium.
Bananas.
I don't like those eye movements.
Is it Na?
That is incorrect. Ethan, you can steal.
It's K.
It is K.
Shit.
Ethan,
come on,
with the steal, and you have the board.
Wait, I thought he got a steal taken off. We each got one steal taken away.
Oh, that's true.
Sorry, Ethan.
Ding me.
Sorry. They were both 300s though.
Ethan, you have the board.
Let's go. Odd man 2.
Odd man 2. Who is not top 5 in passing touchdowns this season? Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, or Geno Smith?
It's either Geno or Lamar, I think. But I'll go Geno.
Geno is correct. He only has 9.
Dang.
Ethan gets that. All right, Nick.
I would have gone with Lamar. Wow. Let's do match game for 300.
All right. Speed round it, boys. According to a recent online poll, what is the best Starburst color or flavor?
Pink.
Strawberry Starburst, a.k.a. pink, gets the nod there. All right.
Common knowledge. Common.
Ethan, back to you.
Grab bag 2.
Which former SNL star once said, "I live in a van down by the river"?
Chris Farley.
And I live in a van down by the river.
That is correct. Rest in peace to the legend himself. Nick, back to you.
Let's go match game 200.
Which season is Brandon's favorite?
I'm going to say fall because it's football season and it's hurricane season, so he gets to study the weather.
Okay.
A little extra.
That is incorrect. Ethan.
Sorry, Brandon.
This is
Sorry,
tough.
Brandon.
I'm going to go. He always bitches about the heat, but he doesn't ski or anything.
He doesn't swim either.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'm going to say summer.
Summer is correct. He said, definitely summer, my dude. Ethan gets the 200 points there. All right. Ethan, you have the board.
Let's go grab bag 100.
Grab bag 100. Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy are stars of the Muppets. What is Willy Wonka's business?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
The chocolate factory. What?
That is correct.
Am I taking the SAT right now?
Nick, you have the floor.
All right, let's do chin game for 100. Sweep that. Sandy cheeks.
Oh, easy, buddy. All right, Ethan, back to you.
Odd man 100.
Who was a top 10 quarterback in week 6? Bailey Zappi, Tom Brady, or Aaron Rodgers?
Zappy hour.
Bailey Zappi is correct.
Hour.
He outplayed both Brady and Rodgers in week 6. Nick, back to you.
Let's go match game 100.
Wow, yeah, didn't realize you were going to pick that one. At a summer backyard barbecue, Andy prefers which? A hot dog or a cheeseburger?
Well, this is a tough question. Does he have a knife with him? Because if he has a knife, I think that changes conversation because he likes to cut up his cheeseburgers.
I have no idea.
Pieces.
We'll say he has. We'll say he has access to anything he might need at a backyard barbecue.
I don't think Andy would prefer to have to get the knife out and cut it into 4 again and get made fun of by the whole group like he did last time. So I think he would choose a hot dog this time around.
What an analysis. Hot dog is correct.
Hot dog!
Oh, my Lord. And with that, Nikki has the lead, 2,800 to 2,300, up by 500. What I'm going to need both of you to do now is take a look at the Final Jeopardy clue or category, which is Week 6 fantasy football points. And within 15 seconds, make your wagers.
All in. I have to.
Okay. Nick, what's your bet?
I guess I'll bet 2,400.
2,400. Okay. We'll move this over. Here's the final clue. Final Jeopardy. Which of these 3 players scored the most points, half PPR, in Week 6? Juju Smith-Schuster, Brandon Ayuk, or Tyreek Hill? Okay. Nick, you can just say it. Ethan just showed me his guess.
My guess is Ayuk, the guy who I decided to drop from my team.
Okay. Ethan, you can show yours now that Nick is back.
Juju.
He went with Juju. Ethan bet all 2,300 on Juju. Nick bet 2,400, if that's correct, on Brandon Ayuk. The correct answer for the win was Brandon Ayuk of the San Francisco 49ers, scoring 24.3 points. He had 2 touchdowns last week. Juju was sitting on my bench, also had a great game, and Tyreek Hill was a very close. What's that?
Yeah, I didn't
know Tyreek had that many.
I know.
I didn't either.
I know.
Closer than I thought.
I don't even think Tyreek scored. I think that was all yardage, but I could be wrong. All right. That is all we have for Jeopardy. Nick wins Jeopardy, so he gets 1 point. The draft is worth another point, which we'll throw up on Sleeper. And then the final 3rd point is just going to be your head-to-head fantasy matchup. So right now, Nick has a leg up. Ethan, you got some ground to cover. But I know you got your team on bye here, or a lot of your team on bye, as do I. But I think we'll see what happens. We have 1 minute left, or less than a minute. Any final words from either of you? Last week's Wobble of the Week was for yours truly between Darrell Henderson on the Rams and Raheem Mostert of the Dolphins. I ended up flexing Henderson. He ended the week with 12.2 points, which was solid. He had 43 yards and a touchdown. And Mostert, on the other hand, ended with 5.3 points. Not the best game out of him. So, in my eyes, that's a W, a clear W. However, if I really wanted to maximize my points, even though it wouldn't have, changed the outcome, unfortunately, because Sam's team went off again, I could have started Allen Robinson, who was on my bench with 14.8, although he's been extremely inconsistent. Or Juju Smith-Schuster had 19.8. He had the most points on my bench, 113 yards and a touchdown. Would have been a gamble there, but that wasn't the Wobble of the Week. So we'll take the W for the Wobble of the Week. Unfortunately, I had to take the L in the fantasy matchup last week, but it is what it is. Moving in to Week 7. This week, we're going to go to the matchup of the week. This time, we're going to go over to El Gustav. I think where my head is at as far as Nicky's tough decision for the week, I'm going to have to go to his RB2 position. He has 3 solid wide receivers playing, so his flex is occupied. However, he's got some running backs who, I think that he could really play a couple of them and probably fare pretty well. But that's going to be the tough decision. He has Najee Harris on the Steelers as his RB1. He invested in him heavily early this year in the draft. So I think he's relatively a lock in the lineup. So that leaves the RB2 position. This week, I think it's between Kenneth Walker of the Seahawks. He's been really solid the last few weeks since getting the starting job because Penny went down with an injury. Last 2 weeks here, he scored 14.8 against the Saints, which was solid. It's a good defense. And then last week, he scored 18 points on the nose against the Arizona Cardinals. Pretty solid stat lines there. So I think that is a very valid option. The second option, in my opinion, would be Dameon Pierce of the Houston Texans. Not a crazy good team, but Dameon Pierce has been playing pretty well. Again, if we look at the stats here, last week he was on a bye, so no points, obviously. But the 2 weeks before that, 18.8 and 22.9. So really solid numbers there. Clearly, Nick has 2 really good options here. Not sure if he can really go wrong, but that's the beauty of the wobble, baby. So that's this week's wobble of the week. Best of luck this week, Nick. Hopefully you guessed right. And that's the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.